something to play with today. Today in Elmo's world, there are pets, food, telephones, shoes, bugs, and farms. Click on the one you want to play with. Elmo wants to play. Please pick something to play with. Please click on something. Elmo can't do it. Elmo doesn't have a little star. You do. Excuse Elmo. We can't play until you pick something. Please click on something. Elmo can't do it. Here we go. You chose pets. And Elmo's world has pets. Lots and lots of pets. You'll see. You decide what to play first. Click on Draw to play a game, or click on Door for a visitor, or click on Computer to get some email. Draw has a game for us to play. Come on, Draw, open up. What's this? Oh, it's a pet circus. Okay, let's see some tricks. Go ahead and make 2 piles of pets. We can pile up pets that are the same kind of animal, the same color, or the same size. Click on a pet to pick it up.
Big white rabbit. Small purple rabbit.
There is still more pets in the middle. Pick one up and put it in a pile.
White pets. 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 White pets. 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 Salon, please. Now, pets in the pet pile. Before. 5. Unbelievable. Pets. For your delight, watch this pink ring. 3 fantastic white pets.
Yay! Yahoo! Look at all the silly pets. Let's make 2 piles. We can pile up pets that are the same kind of animal, the same color, or the same size. To get started, click on a pet. Ruff.
Big pink dog.
Ruff.
Pink dogs. Small pink lizard.
Ruff.
Dogs. Lizards. Lizards.
Ruff.
Pets. Lizards. Dogs. Lizards. And now, for the awe-inspiring acrobatics, please watch this pink ring. 4 astounding lizards. Pet pile in the pink ring. Perform. 4 terrific dogs.
Elmo loves your pet circus drawer. Look at all the silly pets. Let's make 2 piles. We can pile up pets that are the same kind of animal, the same color, or the the same size. Click on a pet to pick it up.
Big pink turtle. Small pink turtle. Pink turtles. Meow. Pink pets. Big brown turtle. Brown turtles. Meow. Brown pets. Meow. Brown pets. Meow. Pink pets. Let the pets perform. For Zinny. Pink pets. Prepare for a pet pile performance. For stupendous brown pets.
Wow, that was amazing and cute. Look at all the silly pets. Let's make 2 piles. We can pile up pets that are the same kind of animal, the same color, or the same size. To get started, click on a pet. Elmo will go back to his playroom with you if you click there again. Elmo loves the pet circus. Let's go there again soon, okay? Okay, pick the next thing to do. Elmo doesn't remember drawing all of that. Click on something else in Elmo's world. Those guys are funny. What's next? It's up to you. Wow, you made Elmo's picture come to life. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Elmo loved that. Let's see another one. Now what? Go ahead, click on something. What are you imagining, Dorothy? Oh, Elmo sees pets. Let's imagine along with Dorothy. Click on one of the things that Dorothy is thinking about. A pet frog is a fun thing to imagine to be. Thank you, Dorothy. Elmo makes a pretty silly hamster, don't you think? Wow. Wow, Elmo never imagined himself that way. Wow, it would be fun to have a pet chameleon. Not an imaginary Elmo chameleon, but a real one. Elmo needs to see that again to really understand it. her own. But she loves to imagine Elmo as different pets. She'll show you if you click on one of the pets she's thinking about. Elmo likes imaginary pets, but Elmo likes real pets better because you can pet them. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. Let's see how Mr. Noodle plays with pets. Up you go, Shade. Shade, if you don't roll up, we can't visit Mr. Noodle. That's Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi, you look very animated today. Mr. Noodle, how do you play with your pet mouse? Oh, you're going to play with your mouse, Mr. Noodle. No, not yarn, Mr. Noodle. Mice don't play with yarn. That's silly. A flying dish? Elmo doesn't think so, Mr. Noodle. Try something else. A wheel. Yeah. Elmo thinks you'll like that. Yay! Thank you, Shade. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? Let's see how Mr. Noodle plays with pets. Up you go, Shade. Now, Shade, we talked about this before the game. You said you'd roll up when you asked me to. That's Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi, you look very animated today. Mr. Noodle, could you show Elmo how you play with your pet doggy? Look, Mr. Noodle's gonna play with his pet doggy. Yay! Mr. Noodle knows how to sit. Now Mr. Noodle is begging. Oh, you look tired, Mr. Noodle. Here you go. Good boy. Thank you very much, Shade. What's next? It's up to you. Let's see how Mr. Noodle plays with pets. Up you go, Shade. Oh, Shade, don't tease Elmo. That's Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi, you look very animated today. Elmo has a question, Mr. Noodle. What kind of pet can jump through a hoop? Elmo doesn't think that turtle wants to jump through that hoop, Mr. Noodle. No, the elephant is way too big to fit through your hoop, Mr. Noodle. Yeah, the frog can do it. No, Froggy. Thank you for opening, Shade. We'll play with you again soon. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. You want to play with computer? Well, so does Elmo. Let's do it. Do you want to watch a video or check email? You decide. Okay, here comes a movie about how to talk to your pets. Really, watch.
All pets all the time. You give us 22 pets, we'll give you a very noisy house.
Hello, welcome to Pet Talk. I'm the pet lady. Today on Pet Talk, pets talking. Pets talk, you know. You just have to figure out what they're saying. And now, let's see what our pets have to say. Why don't you start us off, Kitty?
Meow.
Uh-huh. Kitty just said hello, and I'm going to say hello back. Meow. What's that, fella? Oh, yes, that's dog for I want to go out. That's dog for okay. Oh, that's fish for I'm all wet. I just said, what do you expect, you're a fish? He wants back in. That's dog for hold your horses, I'm coming. Just told him, make up your mind. Our final guess is a pet bird. Birds talk too, but sometimes they can be hard to understand.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take a cracker and let bygones be bygones. Out, out, Spot!
This has been Pet Talk.
Elmo talks to his pet, too. Right, Dorothy? Yeah. Dorothy says right. What would you like to do now? We can watch another movie or check our email. Yay! We've got email! Elmo will read it to you. Hello, 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 and hello. From the tropical fish. Those fish are friends of Dorothy's. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. We have a postcard. Yay! Elmo will read it for you. I'm home. Love, the hermit crab. Elmo's glad he doesn't carry his house around like the hermit crab. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Look! New email! Let's see what it says. Hello, hello, hello from the puppy. Woof, woof! Elmo's friend Barkley used to be a puppy, but he grew up into a very big dog. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Oh boy, new mail! Elmo will read it. Meow from the kitten. Meow to you too, kitty cat. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Somebody sent us email. It's hot here. From the iguana. Thank you very much for the postcard, iguana. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. Tweet from the canary. A postcard from a canary. That's a tweet. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Look, new email. Let's see what it says. Hop, hop. From the rabbit. Thank you for the postcard, Bunny Rabbit. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. We have a postcard. Yay! Elmo will read it for you. Squeak from the gerbil. Thank you very much, little gerbil. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Oh, boy, new mail. Elmo will read it. I'm home. Love, the hermit crab. Elmo will visit the hermit crab soon at his house. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Let's play our pianos. Click the keys on your keyboard and Elmo will sing along with what you play. Pets, pets, pets. Pets, 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 pets. Pets, 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 pets. Hey, Elmo knows that song. It's Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Let's play it together. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Pets, 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 pets. That sounds like row, row, row your boat again. Let's sing it again. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Pets, 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 a great song about pets. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Pets, 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 pets. Hooray! Let's sing and play our pet song together. Pets, 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 pets. If you click there again, we'll go back to Elmo's playroom. Pets, 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 pets. If you're done singing, you are a very good musician. Thank you for playing with Elmo. Click on something else in Elmo's world. Elmo wonders who it is. Hi, Pets. Oh, Pets. Hey, Pets. Your foot's on Elmo's mouth. Elmo loves visitors. Now what? Go ahead. Click on something. Now what do you want to play with? Okay, you pick shoes. Shoes are lots of fun. Elmo will show you. Elmo will tell you how to play in Elmo's world. It's easy. Click on anything that sparkles. Draw, it's time to play another game with us. Please open up.
Egad, Elmo, there's a mysterious box under you. I know this because I am Sherlock Hemlock, the world's greatest detective.
Hiya, Sherlock. Elmo knows what's in the box. Elmo's special shoes are in there. Before we can play with them, we have to put these other shoes away on the rack. Click on one of these pairs of shoes and put it in the right place on the shoe rack. Nope, that's not where those shoes go. Look closely at the way the shoes are placed in the rack and try again.
Could it be? Yes, it is. That is exactly the place that those shoes belong. Quite so.
You're almost done. There's one more pair of shoes to put in the big shoe rack. Yeah! Hooray! All the shoes are all cleaned up now and back in the shoe rack. Now Elmo can open his shoebox.
Gadzooks! Skis!
Elmo's ski boots and skis. Thank you.
Don't hop up and down, Elmo. You're shaking the chair.
Whee!
Indeed. Well, that solves another mysterious mystery. I am, after all, the world's greatest detective. How curious. Another pile of shoes. And wait, hidden behind them, I think I see, yes, another mysterious box.
Of course, Sherlock. That's how this game works. First, we put these shoes away on the shoe rack, and then we see what's in the box. All you need to do is put those shoes in the rack where they belong. Click on one and give it a try. Of course! That's where that pair of shoes belongs.
I am brimming with excitement. There is only one more pair of shoes to put away. Go to it.
Hurry! Elmo wants to see what's in the box. Thank you. Elmo's so happy. Yes, now Elmo can get the special pair of shoes from the box.
Well, box my brie, stilts!
Stilts! Elmo's gonna have a great view up on these shoes.
Quite so. I have solved yet another mystery. I will call this one the Mysterious Shoebox, or something of the sort. Astonishing! My detective eyes are never wrong, and my detective eyes see another box.
Elmo knows, Sherlock. We have to put these shoes away on the rack, and then we can see what's in the box. Where do you think all these shoes should go? Click on a pair of shoes and show Elmo.
Egad, those shoes fit there perfectly. Well done.
Okay, now put another pair of shoes away in the rack. Yay! Now where do those shoes go? Try putting them in one of the empty spaces in the shoe rack.
You must be a shoe detective. You have found the perfect place to put those shoes. Excellent work.
Now there's only one pair of shoes left to put away. Go ahead. Okay, finish up. You're great at this. Elmo thinks you have put your shoes away before. Now, Elmo will finally see what's in his shoebox.
Oh, my tweeds! It's rocket shoes!
Elmo, we have rocket shoes. Roger and out.
Elementary, my dear Elmo. One need only look at the clues, you see, and the mystery will solve itself. How extraordinary! My dear Elmo, the mystery grows even more mysterious. I see more shoes and another box.
It's not really a mystery, Sherlock. All we have to do is put these shoes away in the shoe rack, and then we can see what's in the box. Pick up a pair of shoes with your star and put them where they belong in the big shoe rack. You're right. That's where those shoes go in the big shoe rack.
Hello, what's this? There appear to be more shoes than need putting away.
We're almost finished. Yes, that's the perfect place for that pair of shoes.
Egad, I can almost see the mysterious shoebox. Please carry on and put away the last pair of shoes.
Don't stop now. Yay! You put everything where it belongs. Now, are you ready to see what's in Elmo's shoebox? Elmo sure is.
Great buzzoids! Spring shoes! Boing, ka-boing, ka-boing.
Spring shoes. What did these shoes do?
I am delighted to report that this mystery has been solved. Good work, everyone. Elmo, don't move a muscle. I have detected another mysterious box underneath you.
Thank you, Sherlock. First, we need to put these shoes in the right places on the rack. And then we can see what's in the box. Click on a pair of shoes from down there and put them where they belong in the big shoe rack.
Excellent detective work. You've discovered the perfect place for those shoes.
Where do the other shoes go? Pick up another pair and put them in the big shoe rack. We're almost finished.
Ah, I thought so all along. Those shoes go there. Capital.
Now where does that last pair of shoes go? Okay, finish up. Elmo is so happy because now Elmo gets a new pair of shoes.
Great googly moogly. Balloon shoes.
Balloon shoes! Up, up, and away!
Surely that solves the mystery. I guessed it some time ago, but, well, I didn't want to spoil it for anyone. There were shoes in that shoebox. Astonishing. Elmo, I, Sherlock Hemlock, the world's greatest detective, have detected another mysterious box.
Right, Sherlock. Once we put these shoes away in the shoe rack, we can see what's in the special shoebox. Can you help Elmo figure out where all these shoes should go in the rack, please? Click on one of these pairs of shoes. Yay, you did it! Elmo can almost see the shoebox.
We're not finished yet. There are more shoes that need away-putting.
Don't stop now. Correctamundo! That's where those shoes go.
Proceed with your excellent work and put the last pair of shoes away on the rack.
Yay! Yay! Elmo knew you could do it. That was the last pair of shoes. Now, let's see what's in the shoebox.
Eureka! Spring shoes!
Elmo can't believe it. Spring shoes.
Shoes in a shoebox. Of course, my powers of observation knew it all along. Capital. Hello, what's this? There are more shoes that need putting away. And wait, the average person may not notice this, but I, Sherlock Hemlock, detect another box.
That's right, Sherlock. Once we put these shoes away on the rack, we can see what's in the box. Now, help Elmo figure out where all these shoes should go in the rack. Click on a pair of shoes from over there. You want to go back to Elmo's playroom? Okay, click there again. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? That was great. Thank you, picture. Okay, pick the next thing to do. Elmo loved that one. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? Wow, there's a lot going on in Elmo's picture. Now what? Go ahead, click on something. That is a very funny picture. Okay, pick the next thing to do. What's going on in your bowl, Dorothy? Oh, you're imagining all kinds of different shoes. Let's imagine along with Dorothy. Click on one of the things that Dorothy is thinking about. What's that, Dorothy? Oh, Elmo knows that fish don't wear shoes, but Elmo can imagine fish wearing shoes. Elmo will try it. Hey, that's funny. Elmo would love to go hiking. Dorothy, maybe Elmo could bring you along with him in his water bottle. That was Elmo's short program. Maybe Elmo will become a clown when he grows up. But first, Elmo will have to go to clown college. Elmo wishes he really had swim fins or a submarine. Wow! Elmo is so glad that he is just the way Elmo is. Elmo loves imagining wearing shoes, but Elmo doesn't have to wear shoes much. Elmo's got monster feet. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. Shoes are fun to sing about. Click on your keys and Elmo will sing along. Shoes, shoes. Shoes, shoes, shoes. Shoes, shoes, shoes. Shoes, shoes, shoes. Shoes, 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 shoes. Shoes, shoes, shoes. Elmo will sing the shoe song with you. First, Elmo has to remember the words. Oh, okay. Elmo's ready. Shoes, 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 shoes. Shoes, 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 shoes. Shoes, 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 shoes. Shoes, 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 shoes. Shoes, 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 shoes. Hey, Elmo knows that song. It's Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Let's play it together. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. If you're sure you want to stop singing, click there one more time. We made beautiful music together. Thank you. Click on something else in Elmo's world. Let's see what kind of shoes Mr. Noodle wears. Come on, Shade. Roll yourself up. Oh, please open up, Shade. We want to see Mr. Noodle. Oh, yes, Mr. Noodle. Hi, Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle, how do you put on your shoes? Show us where your shoes go, Mr. Noodle. On your hands? No, Mr. Noodle. That's not where your shoes go. On your ears? That's silly, Mr. Noodle. Yes, that's it. Shoes go on your feet. Oh, no, Mr. Noodle. That was very nice, Shade. Thank you. What's next? It's up to you. Let's see what kind of shoes Mr. Noodle wears. Okay, Shade, open up. Shade, shoes are good for dancing. Put on your dancing shoes, Mr. Noodle. Hey, Mr. Noodle, those shoes aren't for dancing. Try another kind of shoe, Mr. Noodle. Ice skates? No, Mr. Noodle, Elmo doesn't think so. Hey, those look good. Try those. You're dancing, Mr. Noodle, and you look very beautiful. You are very helpful, Shade. Thank you. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Let's see what kind of shoes Mr. Noodle wears. It's showtime, Shade. Oh, please open up, Shade. We want to see Mr. Noodle. Oh, there's Mr. Noodle. Hi, Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle, when should you wear your rain boots? Show us when to wear our rain boots, Mr. Noodle. Elmo doesn't think that looks right, Mr. Noodle. Your pajamas? That's not when you put on your rain boots, Mr. Noodle. Yeah, that looks right, Mr. Noodle. Now you'll stay dry. Oops. Thank you very much, Shade. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? Yay! More email and movies! Let's play with computer again! Do you want to look at email? Or watch a video? It's up to you. Yay! We've got email! Elmo will read it to you. Come play in the snow from the Snowshoes. Thank you, Snowshoes. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Somebody sent us email. We love the beach from the Flip-Flops. Elmo loves the beach too, Flip-Flops. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. Whee! From the roller skates.
Those look a lot like my roller skates. Hey, they are my roller skates. That's a great picture of them.
Elmo didn't know that you could roller skate, Snuffy. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Oh boy, new mail! Elmo will read it. Come dance with us from the Clogs. Wait a minute. When a sink gets clogged, does that mean that someone put a shoe down the drain? Nah, Elmo doesn't think so. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Yay! We've got email! Elmo will read it to you. Yee-haw! From the cowboy boots. Those are the kind of shoes that cowboys wear. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Look, new email. Let's see what it says. We're having a great nap. Love, the Slippers. It's nap time for the Slippers. Go to sleep, Slippers. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Somebody sent us email. Swing it. Love the tap shoes. Elmo loves tap dancing. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. We have a postcard. Yay! Elmo will read it for you. Come dance with us from the Clogs. Clogs are very loud shoes. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Okay, pick the next thing to do. Who do you think is at door? Elmo wants to find out. Shoes? Why are you all over Elmo? Oh, Elmo likes you, Sneakers. Elmo's closet is very big. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. Click on the one you want to play with next. play with food. It's okay. It's Elmo's world. Click on drawer or computer or Dorothy's fishbowl. Open up, drawer. We want to play with you again. Elmo is ready, Cookie Monster. Are you?
Yeah, me ready too, Elmo.
Then let's play.
Action! That huge. What that?
Elmo isn't sure what kind of food that is. Can you figure out which little picture is the same food as the big one behind Elmo? Click on the one you think is right. Elmo thinks that's the wrong food. Could you please show Elmo the food from farther away, Cookie Monster? Can you tell what it is now? Oh, no, that's not it either. Cookie Monster, can you help us some more? Elmo thinks he knows what it is. Do you? Hey, you already tried that one. That's not the right answer. Yeah, you got the right food.
Yeah, me just switch pictures for you.
What? Oh, no, that isn't it.
Oh, that a toughie. Okay, me show you little more of that food.
That's better. Can you see what it is now? No, that isn't right. Cookie Monster, could you zoom out some more? See if you know what it is now. Elmo knew you could do it.
Okay, me find another food picture for you.
That must not be it. Little help, Cookie Monster. Show some more of that food. Elmo thinks he knows what it is. Do you? Oops, that's not it either. Hey, Cookie, give us another hint. Can you tell what it is now? Oh, you did it!
Let's see what else me got.
What? Oh, no, that isn't it. Cookie, could you show Elmo a little bit more of the food? See if you know what it is now. Oh, no, that's not it either. Cookie Monster, can you help us some more? That's better. Can you see what it is now? Of course, you got it. You are very smart.
What me got here? Oh, this good one.
Elmo thinks that's the wrong food.
Me know. Me show you another picture. Yeah, let you see little more of food in it.
See if you know what it is now. Oops, that's not it either. Cookie Monster, could you zoom out some more? Elmo thinks he knows what it is. Do you? Yeah, that's it. That's the food that matches.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. So tasty. No reason to leave it sitting there. Me got to have it. Let's try something else.
That must not be it. Little help, Cookie Monster. Show some more of that food. Can you tell what it is now? No, that isn't right. Hey, Cookie, give us another hint. That's better. Can you see what it is now? Of course, you got it. You are very smart.
Me got something else to show you.
Elmo thinks that's the wrong food. Cookie, Could you show Elmo a little bit more of the food? Elmo thinks he knows what it is. Do you? Oops, that's not it either. Cookie Monster, can you help us some more? That's better. Can you see what it is now? Yeah, you got the right food.
This fun! Let's try it again.
What? Oh, no, that isn't it. Could you please show Elmo the food from farther away, Cookie Monster? See if you know what it is now. No, that isn't right. Cookie Monster, could you zoom out some more? Can you tell what it is now? Yeah, that's it. That's the food that matches.
Let's see what else we got.
That must not be it. Cookie, could you show Elmo a little bit more of the food? Elmo thinks he knows what it is. Do you? Oh, no, that's not it either. Hey, Cookie, give us another hint. That's better. Can you see what it is now? Oh, you did it!
Me got something else to show you.
Elmo thinks that's the wrong food.
Me give you little help. Try this picture. You can see more food.
See if you know what it is now. Oops, that's not it either. Cookie Monster, can you help us some more? Can you tell what it is now? Elmo knew you could do it.
It's so beautiful. What we got here? Oh, this good one.
You got that one way before Elmo did. Good job.
Let's try something else.
Click there one more time if you're done playing with Cookie Monster. Elmo will see you later, Cookie.
Bye. Me going to lunch now. See you soon.
Elmo didn't know that Cookie Monster was so good at taking pictures. But he did know that Cookie Monster was good at eating pictures. What would you like to do now? What's next? It's up to you. That was great. Thank you, Picture. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Wow, you made Elmo's picture come to life. Now what? Go ahead, click on something. Elmo loved that. Let's see another one. Click on something else in Elmo's world. What's Dorothy doing? Oh, she's imagining food. Yummy. Let's see what's on Dorothy's mind. Click on one of the things that she's imagining.
Hey! Don't forget the mustard.
Elmo needs to see that again to really understand it.
Hey! Don't forget the mustard.
A hot dog, Dorothy? Well, Elmo does love mustard. a lot of strange and silly things about Elmo. You silly girl. Elmo screams, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dorothy, your imagination is making Elmo hungry. Maybe Elmo will have a sandwich after this game. Broccoli! That is a very tasty and healthy thing to imagine, Dorothy. Hey, let Elmo get a pie of pepperoni and... Elmo? Forget about it! Elmo doesn't want to be food. Elmo wants to eat food. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? Let's see how Mr. Noodle eats his food. Okay, Shade, open up. Shade, if you don't roll up, we can't visit Mr. Noodle. Please? That's Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi, you look very animated today. Mr. Noodle, we all want to know, how do you eat a banana? Okay, Mr. Noodle, show us how to eat a banana. No, you have to peel it first. Not like that, Mr. Noodle. Yay, Mr. Noodle ate the banana. Thank you, Shade. What's next? It's up to you. Let's see how Mr. Noodle eats his food. Okay, Shade, open up. Shade, if you don't roll up, we can't visit Mr. Noodle. Please? Let's say hi to Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi, Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle, will you please show us how you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Wait a minute. Put the peanut butter and jelly on the bread. No, not like that. The stuff is supposed to go inside of the sandwich. Right, you did it, Mr. Noodle. That was very nice, Shade, thank you. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Let's see how Mr. Noodle eats his food. Come on, Shade, roll yourself up. Oh, please open up, Shade. We want to see Mr. Noodle. Let's say hi to Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi, Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle, Elmo has a question. How do you eat spaghetti? Let's see how Mr. Noodle eats noodles. No, Mr. Noodle, use a fork. Don't eat it with your hands. No, it won't, Mr. Noodle. Just eat one noodle at a time. Ooh, that's a very long noodle. Oh, don't stop. You can do it, Mr. Noodle. Wow. Mr. Noodle ate the whole bowl of noodles. Thank you for opening, Shade. We'll play with you again soon. Click on something else in Elmo's world. Computer has lots and lots of things to do. Let's check email. No. Let's watch a video. Oh, Elmo can't decide. You pick. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. Greetings from the macaroni and cheese. That's a pretty cheesy postcard. Elmo's kidding. It's very nice. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Somebody sent us email. I miss you from the Hungarian goulash. Elmo loves goulash and postcards from goulash. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. boy, new mail! Elmo will read it. Hiya! From the jambalaya. Jambalaya is yummy food that comes from New Orleans. Elmo loves jambalaya. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. Hola! From the Flan. Elmo loves getting email from Flan, but Elmo loves getting Flan for dessert even more. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Look! New email! Let's see what it says. Hello from the egg roll. You are the egg roll. Goo goo. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Yay! We've got email! Elmo will read it to you. Hello from the kiwi fruit. Aw, that was so sweet, kiwi fruit. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. We have a postcard. Yay! Elmo will read it for you. Hello from the Brussels sprouts. Those are Elmo's friends, the Brussels sprouts. They're from Europe. They dance funny. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Somebody sent us email. Hello from the egg roll. Elmo loves Chinese food. Thank you. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Now what? Go ahead, click on something. Visitors! Elmo loves when people come to visit. Let's see who it is. Oh, Elmo's covered with food. Yummy! Elmo never knows who's at the door. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. Elmo wants you to pick something else to play with. Go ahead. Now, what did you pick again? Oh, bugs. Okay, let's play with bugs. You can play with anything in Elmo's world. If it sparkles, you can click on it. Is Elmo having a strange dream? Oh, no! It's just Dorothy imagining different kinds of bugs. Let's see what's on Dorothy's mind. Click on one of the things that she's imagining. Elmo is so glad that he is just the way Elmo is. That was an Elmo ladybug, wasn't it, Dorothy? A grasshopper is a fun bug to pretend to be. Whoa! Elmo never imagined himself that way. Dorothy imagined an Elmo pillar. Or was that a cat or Elmo? Oh, never mind. Wow! Those are the good kinds of bugs to have in a computer game. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. It's easy to play in Elmo's world. Oh boy, Elmo loves to use his computer. Click on the video player or the email. Look, new email. Let's see what it says. Hello, giant people, from the Tweedlebug. Where is that Tweedlebug?
I'm having a wonderful time on my expedition. Boy, these trees are tall.
Even Tweedlebugs send emails these days. Thank you. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Oh boy, new mail. Elmo will read it. Hello, everybody, from the Dragonfly. Bye-bye, Dragonfly. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Yay, we've got email. Elmo will read it to you. Let's climb a tree from the inchworm. Inchworms aren't really fast, but they're very cute. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. I have lots of feet from the centipede. Elmo only has 2 feet. 1, 2. 2 feet. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Somebody sent us email. Hello from the beetle. Elmo thinks that beetle's name is George, or maybe Ringo. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. We have a postcard. Yay! Elmo will read it for you. Hello from the garden. Your pal, the praying mantis. Thank you, praying mantis. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. Hi, guy. From the fruit fly. Go eat some fruit fly. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Look, new email. Let's see what it says. Come visit my web. From your friend, the spider. That spider isn't itsy bitsy. Elmo thinks it's medium-sized. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Oh boy, new mail! Elmo will read it. I have lots of feet from the centipede. Let Elmo see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's just say that the centipede has a lot of feet. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Elmo wonders who it is. Bugs! Bugs! Oh, bugs! You're tickling Elmo! Hey, there are a lot of you. Elmo has to be careful when he answers the door. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. Click on the one you want to play with next. Oh boy, you pick telephones, and we're going to play with telephones. How? You'll see. Pick your star on the things in Elmo's world. If it sparkles, you can click on it. Yay! Elmo loves playing with you and draw. What's going on? Oh, it's a great big telephone. Oh, the phone is ringing. Elmo wonders who it is. Hello?
Oh, Elmo, I am so glad you picked up the phone. I am lost. I was coming over there, and I took a shortcut through Bayonne, and now I don't know where I am. Can you help me?
Don't worry, Telly. We'll help you. Elmo has an idea. Hold out your telephone, and we will listen and figure out where you are.
Oh, good idea, Elmo. Listen to this.
Now where could Telly be? At a baseball game? In the restaurant? Or at the circus? Listen to the sounds and click on the place you think Telly is calling from.
Nope, that's not where I am. Here, I'll hold out my phone again. Listen carefully to what you can hear. I thought I was there too, but I'm not. That's not it. Let's try this again. Listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce...
That's a baseball game. Do you think that's where Telly is? Click there.
Sorry, it doesn't look like I'm there. Listen very carefully this time.
Ladies...
Of course, the circus! I'm so glad that I'm here. This is one of my favorite places.
That was great listening. You found Telly.
Oh, good. I'm almost there. I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, Elmo will see you soon. Now that he knows where he is, Telly will be here soon. Maybe. Yay! Another phone call. Hello?
Oh, Elmo, I'm so glad you're there. You see, I was on my way to visit you, and I got lost. I have no idea where I am. Can you help me, please?
Don't worry, Telly. If we could help you before, we can help you again.
Okay, I think I hear something. Listen.
These are some places that Telly might be. At the beach, at the barber shop, or at the airport.
No, I don't think that's where I am. Try again. Maybe you'll hear even more this time.
That's the beach. Click on that place if you think that's where Telly is.
Oh, I wish you were right, but that's not where I am. Okay, I'll hold out my phone again. See if you can tell where I am now. Oh, the barber shop. Oh, good. I love it here.
What's Telly doing there? Elmo doesn't know, but Elmo's glad you found him.
Oh, I should have made a left instead of getting on the monorail. Okay, I'll be there soon.
Elmo is waiting, Telly. Now Telly will find us. Elmo likes talking to Telly on the telephone, but this is getting silly. Hello, this is Elmo. Who is it, please?
Hello? Hello? Elmo? Elmo! Hey, it's me, Telly! I was coming over to visit you, and I saw a bird, so I followed it, and I looked around, and I realized I was lost. Now I don't know where I am. Can you help me, please?
Don't worry. We'll help you, Telly.
Maybe you can figure out where I am. Here.
Where do you think Telly is? On a city street? On Mars? Or at a concert? That's a city.
No, I don't think that's where I am. Let's try this again. Listen. Sorry, it doesn't look like I'm there. Okay, I'll hold out my phone again. See if you can tell where I am now. Oh yeah, I'm on Mars. Huh? So that's where I am.
Very good. Now we know where Telly is.
Hey, this place is very close to where you are, Elmo. See you in a minute.
So long, Telly. Let's see if Telly can find us now.
I'm glad I'm here, Elmo. This is nice.
Hello, Telly. I'm so glad that you're finally here.
I'd better be going. It could take me a long time to get home again. So long.
Okay, Elmo will see you soon. Oh, boy. Someone is calling Elmo. Let's see who it is. Hello?
Oh, Elmo, I'm so glad you're there. You see, I was on my way to visit you, and I got lost. I have no idea where I am. Can you help me, please?
Okay, Telly, don't worry. Just hold out your telephone so that we can hear what it sounds like where you are.
Okay, I think I hear something. Listen.
Elmo wonders where Telly is. On a farm? In the kitchen? Or at an amusement park? Listen to the sounds near Telly and click on the place where you think he is.
The kitchen, of course. That's great. So I'm here.
Nice ears. You got it very quickly.
Oh, so if I make a left and go straight and then down there and around and up, I'll get to you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Telly. Elmo can't wait for Telly to get here. Another phone call? Elmo wonders who it is now. Hello, this is Elmo. Who is it, please?
Hello? Hello? Elmo? Elmo! Hey, it's me, Telly! I was coming over to visit you, and I saw a bird, so I followed it, and I looked around, and I realized I was lost. Now I don't know where I am. Can you help me, please?
Of course we'll help you again, Telly.
Maybe you can figure out where I am. Here.
Telly is in one of these places. At the train station? At the pool? Or at a birthday party?
Oh, the pool, right! Oh, I see. This is where I've been the whole time.
You have very good ears. You got it on the first try.
Now I see. I'll just hop on a donkey and I'll be there in 2 seconds. Hey, wait up, donkey!
Okay, bye. Okay, from there, Telly should get here. Oh, another phone call. Oh, it's probably Telly again. Hello?
Oh, Elmo, I am so glad you picked up the phone. I am lost. I was coming over there, and I took a shortcut through Bayonne, and now I don't know where I am. Can you help me?
We'll figure out where you are, Telly.
Oh, good idea, Elmo. Listen to this.
Now where could Telly be? In the bathtub? At the laundromat? At a parade? Or at a construction site?
I'm at the parade. Great. I love being here when I know where I am.
Uh-huh. You knew right where Telly was.
Wow. Now I'm just around the corner. Okay. See you in a sec.
Bye, Telly. Elmo hopes that Telly brought a map this time.
Oh, thank you for finding me. I don't like being lost.
Hi, Telly. Can you stay and play with Elmo this time?
Well, it was nice visiting you, Elmo, but now I have to go. I'll come back soon.
So long, Telly. telephone. Elmo hopes it's for him. Hello?
Oh, Elmo, I'm so glad you're there. You see, I was on my way to visit you, and I got lost. I have no idea where I am. Can you help me, please?
Don't worry, Telly. We'll help you. Elmo has an idea. Hold out your telephone, and we will listen and figure out where you are.
Okay, I think I hear something. Listen.
Elmo wonders where Telly is. In the rainforest? At the playground? At the bowling alley? Or at the grocery store? Listen carefully to Telly's clue and click on the place where you think he is.
The bowling alley, of course. So that's where I am.
That was very good listening.
Hey, I think I can find my way from here. I'll see you soon.
Okay, Elmo will see you soon. Telly can find it now. Elmo hopes. Wow, someone else is calling Elmo on the telephone. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Elmo? Elmo! Hey, it's me, Telly! I was coming over to visit you, and I saw a bird, so I followed it, and I looked around, and I realized I was lost. Now I don't know where I am. Can you help me, please?
Telly, calm down. We can help you.
Maybe you can figure out where I am. Here.
Where do you think Telly is? At school? In the restaurant? On Mars? Or at the beach? Click there again if you're really done finding Telly. Call Elmo later, Telly.
It's okay. I'll be fine. Bye.
Wow, if we hadn't had Telly, he'd still be out there. Thank you. What's next? It's up to you. Those guys are funny. Now what? Go ahead, click on something. Elmo loved that. Let's see another one. Okay, pick the next thing to do. Elmo doesn't remember drawing all of that. Click on something else in Elmo's world. Look at all those telephones. Oh, Elmo sees. Dorothy is imagining different kinds of phones. Very good, Dorothy. Let's see what's on Dorothy's mind. Click on one of the things that she's imagining. Bonjour, Dorothy. Yes, Elmo's in France. Elmo can see the Eiffel Tower. Oh, and what's that? Oh, hold on, Dorothy. Dorothy, Elmo saw an artist paint a beautiful picture of Elmo. Elmo's going to eat a crepe now. Au revoir. Don't worry, Dorothy. If Elmo went to France, he would call you. Hola, Dorothy. Elmo's calling you from the Mayan ruins in Mexico. Yes. Oh, wait. Something's happening. Dorothy, Elmo will tell you about it when he gets home. Adios. Elmo guesses that Dorothy spends a lot of time in her ball. Hello, Dorothy. Elmo's in India. Yes, it's very exciting here. Ooh, hold on. Elmo doesn't know what he just saw, but it was amazing. Bye for now. Dorothy can imagine that Elmo is anywhere in the world, even India. ya. Dorothy, you won't believe where Elmo's calling you from. Yes, Egypt. How did you know? Oh, wait. The Sphinx is doing something. The Zontai Sphinx. Dorothy, Elmo thinks the Sphinx needs a giant tissue. Dorothy, even if Elmo goes as far away as Egypt, Elmo will call you on the phone. Collect. Hello, Dorothy. Elmo's in jolly old England. What's that? What time is it here? Elmo will look around for a clock. It's time to get off the phone. That's what time it is. Ta. Wow, Dorothy. You imagined England very well. Konnichiwa, Dorothy. Elmo's calling you from Japan. What? You have a cousin here? Elmo will look for her. Dorothy, is your cousin orange with fins? She is? Elmo just saw her. Elmo will say konnichiwa for you. Sayonara. Elmo hopes that Dorothy imagines him in Japan again. That looks like a fun place to visit. Dorothy can imagine anything, anywhere. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? Let's see how Mr. Noodle uses a telephone. It's showtime, Shade. Oh, please open up, Shade. We want to see Mr. Noodle. Oh, that looks like Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. It is Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi. Mr. Noodle, could you show us what you do when you get a telephone call? Oh, the telephone's ringing, Mr. Noodle. No, not that one, Mr. Noodle. No, not that one either, Mr. Noodle. That's why Elmo doesn't call Mr. Noodle. Elmo sends him letters instead. You are very helpful, Shade. Thank you. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. Let's see how Mr. Noodle uses a telephone. Okay, Shade, open up. This is it. Here we go. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Hey, that looks like Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. It is Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi. Mr. Noodle, what do you do when the telephone rings? Show us how you answer the phone, Mr. Noodle. It's ringing. That's your shoe, Mr. Noodle, not the telephone. It's still ringing, Mr. Noodle. Answer the banana? That's not it, Mr. Noodle. There's the phone, Mr. Noodle. Answer it quick before they... Oh, they hung up. Thank you for opening, Shade. We'll play with you again soon. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Let's see how Mr. Noodle uses a telephone. Come on, Shade. Roll yourself up. Oh, Shade, don't tease Elmo. Hey, that looks like Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. It is Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. Hi. Mr. Noodle, Elmo would like to know, how do you answer a telephone? The phone is ringing, Mr. Noodle. Pick up the phone and answer it. No, not the whole phone. Just pick up the phone that you're talking to. No, not upside down. You got it. Oops, maybe next time, Mr. Noodle. That was very nice, Shade. Thank you. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? Yay! More email and boy. It was so nice of the office phone to take time to send Elmo an email. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Somebody sent us email. Hi, from the cell phone. Wow, Elmo didn't know that phones could write. Usually, they just call. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Yay, we've got email. Elmo will read it to you. Come have a snack. From the kitchen phone. A snack does sound like a good idea. But no, Elmo won't stop playing until you want to. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. Hi! From the payphone. Thank you, payphone. That was a very nice email. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Oh, boy, new mail. Elmo will read it. Please hold. From the rotary phone. That's an old kind of phone, but they still work, and some of them can send email to their friends. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Look, new email. Let's see what it says. Looking good. From the video phone. Elmo would love to call you on a video phone. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. We have a postcard. Yay! Elmo will read it for you. Hello, from the cordless phone. Email from a telephone? What will be next? Faxes from the radio? If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Somebody sent us email. Hi, from the payphone. Elmo loves getting email from his friend the phone. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Now what? Go ahead, click on something. Now what do you want to play with? All right. You want to play with telephones again, and so does Elmo. Let's play. Click on Drawer, or Computer, or Dorothy's Fishbowl. Who do you think is at door? Elmo wants to find out. Oh, boy. Elmo loves getting phone calls, but this is silly. Elmo loves visitors. What's next? It's up to you. Elmo wants you to pick something else to play with. Go ahead. Okay, now we'll play with... what did you pick? Oh, yeah, farms. You can play with anything in Elmo's world. If it sparkles, you can click on it. Open up, drawer. We want to play with you again. Hey, do you know what this is? It's a farm. Old MacDonald's farm. You know, E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, that farm. Let's sing the song about it. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a cat. Now find the cat. No, that's not it. Move your star around the farm to hear the animals. Click when you hear the cat. Nope, that's not right. We need to find the cat. It sounds like this. Move your star around and find the cat.
I don't know why my animals like playing hide-and-seek so much. I tried to get 'em to play Ring Around the Rosie, but they didn't like the part where they all fell down. Well, thanks for finding them.
It was a fun game, Old MacDonald.
Oh, no, my animals are hiding again somewhere else. Oh, I'll go find 'em myself. E-I-E-I-O.
Elmo thinks that Old MacDonald has a few more animals hiding. Let's sing and find out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a frog. Okay, find the frog. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a frog, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now find the horse. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a horse, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Okay, find the cow. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
How did you get so good at finding my hiding animals? You must have very clean ears to be such good listeners. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Old MacDonald.
I have giraffes on my farm, too. Yeah, they're pretty quiet, though. It's just here and here, there, everywhere. They're really hard to find.
Now who's next? We'll have to sing more of the song to find out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a rooster. Now find the rooster. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a rooster, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Okay, find the sheep. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a sheep, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now find the donkey. Elmo will go back to his playroom with you if you click there again. Okay, pick the next thing to do. Elmo loved that one. Click on something else in Elmo's world. That is a very funny picture. What's next? It's up to you. Wow, you made Elmo Elmo's picture come to life. Okay, pick the next thing to do. What's going on, Dorothy? Do you want to move to Iowa? Oh, Elmo sees you're imagining a farm. Let's imagine along with Dorothy. Click on one of the things that Dorothy is thinking about. Wow! Elmo guesses that Dorothy spends a lot of time in her ball. Dorothy, that was a messy thing to imagine. Boy, Dorothy, you imagine a lot of strange and silly things about Elmo. You silly girl. Whoa. Whoa! Elmo never imagined himself that way. After all that imagining about farms, Elmo wants to visit a real one. Click on something else in Elmo's world. Let's see what Mr. Noodle does on a farm. Up you go, Shade. Now, Shade, we talked about this before the game. You said you'd roll up with the house kid. It's Mr. Noodle's cousin, Mr. Noodle. He's so funny, Elmo's already laughing. Mr. Noodle, will you please show us how to feed the pigs? Okay, Mr. Noodle, show us how to feed the pigs. Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Noodle, that doesn't look right. Elmo doesn't think the pigs are used to eating like that, Mr. Noodle. Oh, that's a great idea, Mr. Noodle. That's how pigs eat on the farm. Oh, better luck next time, Mr. Noodle. Thank you, Shade. Elmo loves playing with you. Let's play something else. Let's see what Mr. Noodle does on a farm. Okay, Shade, open up. Oh, please open up, Shade. We want to see Mr. Noodle. Oh, there's Mr. Noodle. Hi, Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle, Elmo would like to know, how do you plant a seed? Show us how to plant a seed. No, Mr. Noodle, that's not right. Seeds. That's good. No, Mr. Noodle, not in your pocket. So far, this looks right. Very good, Mr. Noodle. You did it! Yay! Thank you very much, Shade. Elmo is so glad you're here. Let's play something else. Let's see what Mr. Noodle does on a farm. Come on, Shade. Roll yourself up. Oh, Shade, don't tease Elmo. Oh, there's Mr. Noodle. Hi, Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle, how do you milk a cow? Oh, Mr. Noodle's going to milk that cow. No, Mr. Noodle, the cow won't like that. Try something else. But yes. No, Mr. Noodle, that's not how you milk a cow. Yeah, that looks right to Elmo. Uh-oh. Thank you for opening, Shade. We'll play with you again soon. Now what? Go ahead, click on something. Computer, we're coming to play with you again. Do you want to look at email or watch a video? It's up to you. Yay, we've got email. Elmo will read it to you. E-I-E-I-O from Old MacDonald.
Greetings from the farm. Oh, and by the way, the next time you come and visit me, could you bring me a rye bread? Thanks. Oh, and some bagels.
We can visit Old MacDonald later if you want to. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. We have a postcard. Yay! Elmo will read it for you. Hello from the wheat field. Thank you, wheat field. Elmo thinks the wheat field is very pretty. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Look, new email. Let's see what it says. Come visit soon from the barn. It's the barn from the farm. Hello, barn. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Oh, boy, new mail. Elmo will read it. Come help me with these sheep from the sheepdog. Sheepdogs work very hard. They have to watch all the sheep for the farmer. Do you want to look at another email or watch a movie? Click on the envelope or the TV. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. Let's go for a ride. Your friend, the tractor. Elmo would love to go for a ride on the tractor. If you want to see another email, click on the envelope again. Yay! We've got email! Elmo will read it to you. Greetings from our nest. Your friends, the hen and her chicks. That hen must be very proud of all her chicks. Elmo loves getting email. Hey, click on the envelope again, please. Somebody sent us email. Winnie! From your friend, the horse. Elmo will visit you soon, horse, and maybe Elmo will bring you a carrot. Envelope or TV? Envelope or TV? Elmo can't decide. You pick. Yay! We got mail! We got mail! Elmo will read it. E-I-E-I-O from Old MacDonald.
Greetings from the farm. What's that? Oh, sure. And a cluck cluck, moo moo, neigh neigh, oink oink, and a quack quack too.
Well, E-I-E-I-O to you too, Mr. MacDonald. That's how people on the farm say hello. Now let's watch a movie. Click on the TV if that's what you want to do. Okay, that was fun. Now what do you want to do? Somebody's at door. Elmo doesn't know who it is. It's everybody from the farm. Oh, hi, guys. Hey, pig, cow, hey. Elmo's closet is very big. Okay, pick the next thing to do. Click on the one you want to play with next. Hey, if you're sure you want to go now, click there one more time. So long. Say goodbye, Dorothy. Dorothy says goodbye. Look! Dorothy's imagining something. Hey, Dorothy, are you thinking about all the people who made this game? You are? Wow! Dorothy, what do you think those people did? It's not their world, it's Elmo's world. Boy, do you really think it took that many people to make this game? Elmo's not sure about that. Elmo drew Elmo's world all by himself, and it didn't take that long. Elmo didn't need programmers or production assistants or vice president. Elmo just needed some crayons and some paper. It was easy. Marketing? George.